Hello everybody, this is Backblast. Here I am again on Planet Coaster, and you join me at, well, an interesting point really, because I'm making a pool, a swimming pool, if you like, and well, you can see for yourself where we're up to. I've made a little park, and it's a sort of Italianate park. It's got some lovely plants and things in there. We've got some little raised beds, there's some benches for people to sit in the shade, eat an ice cream, that sort of thing. Maybe we need an ice cream van, that's what we need. And it's got a little pool thing on the end. So the way I've done this is, obviously I've got topiary hedges and topiary... Let me show you. Let me show you, for those of you that don't play Planet Coaster very often. We have topiary down here, so in the nature bit, topiary, and we've got these lovely things. So we've got a nice square hedge, which I've used there, and I've used these topiary pyramids for the corners, and then we've got this lovely archway so that people can get in and out, and then we've got paths, and it's just normal paths. Path round there, I'm not that keen on that, it's a bit messy. I'll have another look at that in a bit, and again this bit I'll have another look at, but yeah, we've got this lovely little area where it's quite shady and looks quite nice because of the greenery, and yeah, there's that. What else can I tell you about my topiary garden? Well, it's got this lovely surround around it, and actually that's castle roof. So in the building, if you go into roofs, flat roofs, there's one called Castle Roofs or something like that. It's called Castle Roof Flat. That's that, in a nice slate grey. And I thought that looked like a nice border for something. I thought a pool would be nice. Now the way I've made the pool, without sort of destroying all the paths and the surrounding areas. Oh look, it pokes out there. I'll have to have a look at that, that's no problem. The way I've done it is, I've made a bit of a indentation first, and I've then thought, well actually instead of a pond, which is what I was going to make, I'll make a formal looking pool. It'll fit well with this part of the garden as well. So if you go into terrain, when you're doing your terrain, there's bits down here called scenery lock and surface lock. So what it'll do is, it will, if I click scenery lock, then it won't affect any of the land that is touching scenery. I'll show you here actually. If I press this, look, you see how it stops in a nice line there? It stops in a nice line. So anything that, like pathways, or if you've put trees, or in this instance I've put a hedge in there, it stops and it creates a lovely straight line. And I've not got this on very high intensity because I'm messing about with the pool over there. Let's flatten the surface here. Can we bring you up again? Thank you, thank you. Nice and flat, lovely, lovely, good. And so what I'm doing now is I've put in, obviously, this wall at the back, the white one, and I've got the lovely surround with the castle roof, and there's still bits of greenery showing through. So all I'm doing now is I'm pushing it down and out of the way so that the actual greenery disappears. I've switched off the scenery lock for this. If I had the scenery lock on, it wouldn't work. So this is all we're doing. We're just getting rid of the extra dirt that's still in my pond, and I don't like it. So if you just bear with us a minute or two, it seems to go quicker, this, if you move around. So if you're moving around like this, it seems to go faster, whereas if you just pick a spot and click on it, it just seems to take ages and ages. Move around with the old cursor and it seems to go a little bit quicker. There you go. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and maybe increase the intensity so it goes quicker here. so that you're not spending 20 minutes watching me clearing dirt up from a pond. Well, in fact, I'm not going to let you sit here and watch that anyway, because I've got something else to show you. The other thing that I've been doing, as well as my my lovely Italianate garden, and the reason I did the Italian garden is because of the Riviera building that I was working on last time. So let's go and have a look at that. So as you can see, I've done quite a lot of work on it. Still needs some more touches. Needs something around the base, you know, some flowers, flower pots, that sort of thing, some sort of path that leads to the doors. But I've got my lovely pathway going through this now, and this will be the entrance into the Riviera area, which will lead to the go-karting track. That's the plan. So what have we got? It's mainly stucco, and I've done it in a kind of lemon yellow colour. It's got this lovely balustrade across the top. We've got stucco windows and doors, and there's a few other details. So we've got these little window balcony things there. There's a door onto the flat roof, and we've got this tiled top on here with a lovely clock and a couple of windows. It took me a while to get the path in, but you know what paths are like, they're a pain in the bottom, and I've left a few bits, and I'm quite happy to leave these. They're not quite where I want them to be, because I wouldn't mind having these gaps where the pillars are, because otherwise people are going to walk through these pillars, and I don't want that. So I might just have a quick look at the paths again. It will drive me mad. I'm quite happy to have some that are blank, because we're going to put flowers in, maybe a little flower box, something along this sort of style. Oh, and by the way, these boxes here, they're actually roof tiles. Again, building flat roofs, and there's I think it's, I don't know if it's a stucco one. That's stucco roof flat, stucco, there you go, that's the one. Stucco roof flat rounded, so it's actually got that sort of shape, and that's all they are. Just plonked them all in and then built the paths around it. That's it, same as the building. I built the building, put the paths in later. These archways, I'm quite pleased with the archways. In fact, you can see them better from the other side. There's a monorail in the way here. We have got these as well, this lovely band that goes around the building, goes around most of it, around the sides and everything. A little back door in there. I might put a couple of windows in on the bottom level. It looks a bit empty down there, but if you look at this lot in here, so these archways are built from building walls, arches, the stucco version of this. So where you've got castle rounded half arch, find the stucco one, stucco thin rounded arch tunnel, stucco rounded half arch tunnel. That's the one. So what this is that, but obviously coloured in the lemony yellow colour. And we've got a couple of those in there and there, and then I've just raised these up and put them in there, and then on top we've just got an arch which is something like, it's not that one because that's a rounded one, that one's pointed. So again, flip that round, that's what that is in there. I did put a tower on top here originally, and I didn't like it. I've gone back to this, so it still needs some details. It's looking better than it did, but it still needs some other bits to make it look a bit more weathered and worn in. This area here, I'm going to put some of the other buildings in. So as I mentioned when I first thought about this area, I was going to put in these sort of Riviera buildings around the side. So this yellow building was supposed to be in a kind of Riviera style, like these sort of things, and I'm going to put some of these around here to sort of fill out the area, make it look as though it's maybe a courtyard with Riviera buildings. I'm not sure yet, I haven't thought that far, but certainly I've still got it in my head that I want this piece as a kind of ride entrance, where the entranceway goes up the slope there, and then it'll be a ride entrance for the go-karts. So maybe that goes sort of at the back somewhere, I don't know. But putting the buildings in will block off the roller coaster a little bit from view from here. And again, we can put some shops and things built into maybe the fronts of some of these. Oh, that's awful. Yep, modern hotels look horrible. It looks alright. I'm not keen on the colour, but the colour might change. That looks like a kind of a... could be a shop, maybe. Maybe we could make that into a shop. And lovely, lovely little thing with a bell tower. It's nice, isn't it? So there you go. So that's what I've been up to. My building, which now reminds me of a railway station, bizarrely. I don't know why. And I've not had people walking up and down because there's nowhere to walk up and down to. Once we get a few buildings in, I'll put some shops in, and then we'll build the go-kart track out of the back round here somewhere. It'll be a big track round over here. Maybe going under the roller coaster as well, giving you that interaction between the rides. Might be quite a good thing to do. And again, these bits, I'm going to put plants in, or planters, put some seats in, some benches. And we'll have a nice little Italian Riviera type or a French Riviera type area with its Italianate garden. So I hope that that looks nice. It's a short video today. I'm not going to spend ages and ages. I will do some videos soon of me building things, but it's been very bitty at the moment. You know, I've sort of spent 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. And it's just got to the point where I've thought, well, I need to just update people of what I've been doing. But every time I've had a couple of minutes, I've just been on and messed about with a bit of the building or started the gardens. Or not enough for a full video, but I thought that at least now I've got the beginnings of something that looks quite nice. And I thought I'd invite you along to have a look. So I hope that you're enjoying the park. There will be a better video, a longer video with me making some things, especially when I get to the go-kart track. I'll do a full video on that. And I hope you're enjoying it. My name's Backblast. I'll see you next time.